All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to some more Yu-Gi-Oh! My name is Raven from the Sky. Let's duel. All right, Samorg, Lord of the Storm deck recipe. All right, I did enjoy this deck. I enjoyed the negate and the lockdown aspect, and it forcing your opponent pretty much to surrender. It pretty much almost has a damn near 100% surrender rate. But anyway, all right, 3 Samorg at the beginning. You want him in the deck because basically first turn, if you summon him, you can instantly summon another Samorg monster, one of the other lesser birds. You want to get 3 of them out to the field. Ideally, you want to go first, 3 of them out to the field, then you can summon Bird of Sovereignty, Samorg of Sovereignty, first turn, and then you can start those infinite negates and special summoning at the end phase, especially some of those boss cards. And as you see his effect, once he goes to the graveyard, especially first turn, because that's a guarantee that your opponent won't have anything set on their field in the back row. So that allows the Bird of the Beginnings and the other lesser birds to come back once they hit the graveyard, get those combos off, fill up the field, and you can summon Bird of Sovereignty and get out some of those boss cards. All right, so 3 Bird of the Beginning, Bird of excuse me, hiccups. 3 Bird of Bringings. Bird of Bringings is good for not only feeding the graveyard. Oh, I'm sorry, he doesn't feed the graveyard. That's Bird of Perfection, but what he does is you can. He's good for getting the field cards and other magic and traps to your hand quickly and efficiently, like Sky Battle and some of the other ones in the deck. I mainly go for the field card or Sky Battle with him. And he comes back if there's just like him, he comes back like the other birds if there's no set spell or traps on your opponent's side of the field. So that's what I say, ideally first turn, but you can still win if you go second. I wouldn't recommend, just, I'm going to surrender, I'm going to quit, on to the next match. It's not that bad. You can still go second and still win the game. As a matter of fact, you have a better chance of OTKing if you go second. If they only set like one card or something like that, and you draw Harpies or you draw like Repulsion, where you can send all the spell traps back to their hand and really start getting those combos off and getting the birds to the field and swarming the field, having the field card out and boost all their attacks past like 2,500, 33,000 OTK easy. All right, self-explanatory. 3 Ash Blossoms. The current state of Yu-Gi-Oh! Everyone's running 3 at the time of this recording. Who knows? She may get restricted, but she's becoming a pain in the butt. Yes, it's useful to everybody, and we all use her, but it seems it can't just be me. It seems like every god doggone opponent you face, especially digitally, has this first turn or has this in their hand. They at least need to restrict her down to 1. At the very least 2, but I think she should get restricted down to 1. She's just way too OP in this play. But the current state of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where special summon heavy and adding cards and going fishing for certain cards, she's definitely useful. I can't say that she isn't. So who knows what'll happen, but self-explanatory. Really no explanation needed for her. Everybody runs her. You definitely want to stop those big early plays. You have no idea how big of a monkey wrench you'll throw in your opponent's strategy by simply just stopping Max C or stopping a card being activated from the graveyard to go search. You screw up their engine. Certainly screws up mine when they play it. Bird of Calamity. 1/3 of him. He's also a target for searching for this guy here. I also run 3 of Bird of Perfection, but I usually search Calamity with Perfection, and then you send it to the graveyard. He gets summoned, or if he's in my hand, I'll summon this. You can summon again. Both of them have pretty much the same effect. That's 2. You send him to the graveyard, even if they may try to Joyous Spring. Like I said, it seems like everyone has their first turn. They Joyous Spring. They're only going to stop 1. So he's going to go through. You send him to the graveyard. Bam. He comes back because they have no set spell or traps first turn. All right. Boom. He comes back. You have 3 on the field. Bring out Bird of Sovereignty. They might just surrender. You guys, if you've been watching the channel, half of these videos, it seems like they surrender. That's why I said it's like a 90 to 100% surrender rate. Because it's like, why bother if the field's locked down with birds, and then you got like infinite negates once you get out Samorg of Darkness and Lord of the Storm, if you tribute summon it for me, you know, and have a wind on the field, because they come back, but they banish once they leave the field. If they didn't get banished once they left the field, do you know how OP that would be? Samorg would probably end up on the ban list. Or they would. Or gets restricted down to 1. Anyway, 1 Dark Samorg. This is actually old school here. I can't remember how far back old school. I started using them around 2011, around Salvo Dad. That's like around what, 2010, 2011? During the Salvo Dad era. That's between what, 2010 and 2012, I want to say. I had made a Samorg deck, but it was like almost bare bones. Back then it wasn't no Sky Battle, and he didn't have its own field card. You used the Winged Beast and other dark cards that were around back then. I cannot remember word card for card what I had in that deck, but I do remember Dark Samorg, and Anti-Spell Fragrance was like the main engine, so that your opponent really couldn't set any spells, and that's crippling, because spell cards are equally as important as trap cards. You think of traps when stopping, and traps and like for counters, but spell cards are very, very good for setting up big plays as well as the monsters. So it's actually quite crippling to stop spells altogether. That's another thing that's going to cause your opponent to quit out, especially if you're facing a magician. Oh ho ho now. The current state of Yu-Gi-Oh! With magician. So Dark Samorg is definitely a useful card, but I only run one of him. I feel like it just gets bricky. The only thing you really want to run 3 of is lesser birds here. The birds are bringing, to get them out so you can get the combos quicker and bring out Bird of Sovereignty. Everything else, Danger Thunderbird, 3 of him, because he's not really bricky. He works best in hand, those danger cards. Okay, if you discard your opponent chooses, they chose the wrong card, boom, he comes to the field, instant 2800. That's how they work. Or okay, they chose him, boom, he goes to the field. Okay, bam, I pluck a set spell or trap on this side of the field, which is going to help. If it's only 1, that's going to help get these back if they're in the graveyard. So that's their weakness. They can only come back if there are no set spell or traps. Other than that, they're just going to be sitting in the graveyard, and that can really hinder the deck. That's the weakness of the deck, as it gets hindered if you cannot special summon these cards and get out Bird of Sovereignty, or if you draw a bunch of magic and traps and like Samorg, and you can't summon, you just bricked out. As other decks do, every deck has the potential to break out, no matter how good you build it, no matter how good you are at a deck build, no matter how good of a duelist you are. It happens. As I said before, we can't control the probability. You can try to influence it. You can try to. I run 40 cards instead of 60. It's just, that's the basic laws of nature. You have more of a chance of getting the cards running it that you need running at the lowest, which is 40, versus running a bunch of 60 card decks, whether it's a bunch of good cards or not. It's best to run 40 to me, but to each his own. That's just my opinion. All right, 3 Danger Thunderbirds, 2 Lords of the Storm. Good, because each time an effect is activated, you contribute a Winged Beast card, usually one of the lesser birds. What you want to do is like fill up the field. That way you have a target to get off the bigger boss some more cards effects off, versus just only having 1 or 2 of them out. And then you have to, like, if you only had these 2 with Sovereignty, you'd have to sacrifice Dark Samorg. You don't really want to do that. However, when I faced Labyrinth, I didn't really have a choice. Sometimes you're not gonna have a choice to survive, but you want to have as targets, the lesser birds here. Those are your targets to use to get off the effects and combos and the infinite negates of like the bigger versions and bossier versions of Samorg. So I have like 3 different versions. All right, so 2 Lord of the Storms, 2 Samorg of Darkness. Again, he's another negator. Like if a monster effect activates, you can negate and destroy it. So he's really good. He's usually, first it was Dark Samorg, because I like the fact that they can't set, but they can't set, but they can still, summon. You can still play things face up. That's the thing. Both players must set spell cards, but then you cannot set cards. So you have to play them face up. That doesn't mean you can't play. That just means you can't set. So they could still get around him, but it's harder to get around Samorg of Darkness when you got lesser birds as targets to negate things. Especially, but you have to choose. He's gonna be used once per turn. Oh my God, he would be so broken if you could use him multiple times per turn. But that's all you really need to use him once per turn, and especially when you have other birds, you have Sky Battle out on the field. That's all you really need. You just gotta pick and choose and don't waste it on anything. Obviously, we're all pretty much A1 duelists here. We all got common sense, but still, we all make mistakes. Lord knows I have if you've been watching the channel. Oh my God. And some of these be simple, stupid mistakes too that'll cost me the doggone duel. Man, that pisses me off. Not even pissed off at the other duelist. It's just pissed off at myself for making a dumbass decision like that. All right, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster gets rid of back row again to help get these out and out of the graveyard. Foolish Burial. Mainly use this to feed the graveyard to get out. Like I'll feed it Bird of Beginning so that he can get to the field and get those effects off. That's pretty much the purpose of Foolish Burial, or to send Dark Samorg to the graveyard so I can, if I got like a dark wind, a wind and a dark monster in my hand, I can summon him to get a beater out if I don't have anything else on the field. Things like that. So Foolish Burial is definitely needed. Trade in for those times you get bricky. You may draw like 3 of these. You can't summon these. You may draw like I wouldn't say it's bricky because his effect, he can, you discard another card, he instantly he comes to the field. Whether it's a magic or a monster, doesn't matter. So he's not really bricky, but the other cards are. So that's why we're in at least 1 trade in, because you are running quite a bit of boss cards in this deck. All right, some more Onslaught, 2 of those. Basically, again, it helps like if you brick out, you only have 1, so you can't get the combo off. So you discard, you discard Dark Samorg, you grab him and start the combo. All right, or you grab him and him, start the combo. Either one will work. You grab a trap, you summon. If you don't have the field card out, you summon him first. He's 1,000 or less. Then you could summon him. Then you could summon going to Salamangreat Albarage. All right. Tribute. You summon him, and then he can come back. You already have 2 cards on the field. Then he comes back, and then you can bring out Bird of Sovereignty. Combos like that. All right. 1 Repulsion. Helps get rid of back row, so you can get these can come. You definitely want these coming back to get sovereignty. The goal is to get sovereignty and lock down the field early as you can. But again, that labyrinth match, man, wearing each other down, that wore my deck down, man. I end up coming out the winner in the end, but still, see, duels like that, man. It's like you really gotta stick it through and takes a lot more brainstorming than just zerg early on, shut down. Okay, I quit. I don't even feel like dealing with some more. I quit. But most opponents, to be honest, even though I had like a high surrender rate, I had some opponents that stuck it out. And man, I'm telling you, this stuff like this come in handy. Lands of Samorg, that came in handy too. Getting over that labyrinth, Silver Castle, that 3,000. That pushed her over Samorg, pushed her over 3,000. Managed to get 2 of her out and overwhelm his darn offense, and kept plucking his back row. Stuff like that, man. I'm telling you, you want to shut down the field early. All right, 1 Called by the Grave, 3 Harpy's Feather Storm. This is very good. I know it's not a Harpy's deck, but I'm telling you, something like DDDs he couldn't even get it off. Get off the combo. Those are crazy combos. He tried to use Eldritch to pluck my doggone Samorg. And I had Harpy's Featherstorm down. Negated it. He ended up surrendering. Like, fudge it. And then I used what did that? I think I used some more of darkness. Is one of effect to stop. He tried to oh no, I used Ash Blossom. He tried to I use the thing that lets you search the DVDs, that lets you the magic to spell contract with something. One of the contract cards that you side. Stop that. What you want to do is slow those down. I stop that. All right. So I know you can't maybe can't completely stop, but you want to slow him down. He tried to use Eldritch, stop that. He quit. Like I don't even feel like that. I don't blame him. I don't even feel like dealing with the BS, with Samorg's BS. All right, anti-spell fragrance. This specifically goes in tandem with Dark Samorg. They can't even play spells. That's the reason for anti-spell fragrance, because if you play this other than that, yes, it creates a problem for them, but it's a problem for you. You really don't want to set these first. You know, you really want to go ahead and play these and zerg and swarm the field. But the goal is to already have the field swarm and then play anti-spell fragrance. And then bring out some Morg. Alright? And then they can't even play magics, and that's gonna cripple that deck. Terrible. Unless they're playing trap tricks. That's the only way, and then the Morg is gonna mess them up too. This is just an all-around headache. Some Morg Sky Battle, 2 of those. Number 100, Numeron Dragon, and number 97. I never really bring these out. They're really good cards to have in the deck. I mainly just relied on overwhelming power of sovereignty and just the lockdown of Samorg. Alright, Armor Edge used to bring out sovereignty. Nightmare Unicorn, I probably used her once. Used him a few times, he's really good. Boom! The boss. Samorg, Bird of Sovereignty, the Lord of the Skies and the Lord of the Storm. Absolute beast of a card. What she does is she comes to the field and protects whatever card she's looking at. Not only that, you get to special summon a winged beast monster from your hand or deck with a level equal to the total of unused spell and trap card zones on the field. That's combining yours and your opponent's. So you can summon pretty much anything, as long as you don't have anything down. So you can easily summon boss cards per end phase. That's yours and your opponent's. That's insane. Not only that, when they attack her, because more likely they're gonna have a card stronger than 2400 or 2700. 2700 if you have this field spelled out. You can choose to destroy another card instead, which more likely you should do. Why would you do that? Because you can get that same Samorg back. Like if I choose, okay, they're gonna run into this, boom. If it's weak and they destroy it, bam. In phase, I bring it right back. Same thing with anything. Oh my, this is an absolute beast. All right, I thoroughly enjoyed this deck, and I urge you guys to give it a try if you haven't already. Let's duel. Oh, we definitely setting this. Feather Storm. Onslaught. I'm gonna grab. Boop and Calamity. Grab that field spell. Hmm. Boom. When someone calamity to the field, that's what I'm talking about. Early lockdown. Calamity. Sovereignty. See what he's playing. What? Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't spear mode me. I just got spear moded. Well, that's a way to get around him, too. He's not invincible. Some more. She's not invincible. Oh my god. Harpy's feather duster. You better not have another spear mode. You better not have another spear mode. So you wouldn't be able to set no doggone cards, or I had it kept that regular Samorg out. Of course. Ash Blossom. Of course she's gonna stop it. Can't bring out any boss cards because he's using his back row, and I got one down too. That's okay. Why didn't he activate that last turn? Hold on. Yeah, bye-bye. As per usual. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. My name is Raven from the Sky. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Series grow. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.